Hi guys, and welcome now to the graph section here for the EBC80 from ISN Audio, the DUNU DK3001BD and the Tangzu Baije. Anyway, I'm going to start here by showing you firstly the graphs of the H60 and to show you something which I mentioned when I was talking about the cables and how the actual dongle can affect and so on and so forth. Anyway, this is the ISN H60 measured with a 43198 dongle, be it the TP50, be it the Yuki. They are almost identical, the differences are minimal. And this is the same IEM, the same tips, the same cable, measured with the Rose LC. I've normalized it as 1K, but even if I was to let's say normalize the whole base section first, okay, you would still see that there are some slight differences in how one and the other dongle ultimately interact with the IEM and measure. And this to say that, you know, oh, the cables change and this and that. Well, there are some changes, but not usually what we kind of think. And the reality is, when I listen to the H60 with the 43198 and when I listen to it with an ESS based deck, I do notice that the ESS based deck is a little bit more informative up top. There's just that little extra amount of energy, very minimal and only perceptible under ideal conditions. But anyway, the rest of the measurements that I will be showing you have all been done with the 43198. Okay, so I'm going to leave you the H60 here first so you guys can see what the H60 is like. And I mean, I'm sure you remember, nicely executed bass. It's not a bass monster by any means, although yes, there is a healthy 9 dB gain of bass. The mids, the typical Pinon ISN stuff, kind of recessed, you know, with a very smooth kind of pinna. And then yes, some detail there in the treble and some extension past 10K. Sounds good, smooth, nice, pleasant. No, nothing that can be honestly criticized. Next one I'm going to be showing you is the EST50 compared to the H60. And again, the same sort of philosophy, nice bass execution, very smooth mids, upper mids and treble. And yes, you do notice that H60 does have a little bit more information, a little bit more twinklies, but it's a different style of twinklies. For lack of a better way to explain this, it's kind of, you can almost feel that the H60 has BAs, while on the EST50 you have this mix of BA and EST doing things. You know, either way, the reality is this: it's an organic, it's a detailed sound on either one of them. More so on the EST50, of course. Very nice bass on the EST50, very nice bass on the H60, mind you. Two phenomenal IEMs. And the one I'm going to be putting up now in the green is the EBC. Let me just quickly take the other two out so you guys can first see the EBC by itself and then I'll compare. Really nicely done bass. In essence, when you put here the H60, you can see it's basically the same thing. And then the differences that occur are here in this area of the transition from mids to upper mids, where the EBC takes that more kind of, I don't like saying this, but takes this meta approach, okay? And then it kind of plateaus throughout. Loads of detail. I mean, this here doesn't actually do it justice to show how good the mids, well, the upper mids and treble are and how detailed and spacious the sound is. It's really something else. And when you put something like the EST50 compared to it, it's not in the bass where you'll pick up the differences. It's in the way that the one is more technically capable, okay, where things like cymbals and so on and so forth just come across a little bit more lively, but never clinical, never cold, never sterile, while on the EST50 it's more organic, more old school. Anyway, they both, or the three of them, are really good. And like I said, I do see the H60 which is what I've got now, being a or having in the EBC a natural upgrade, definitely. While with regards to the EST50 compared to the EBC, I don't really see it as an upgrade. I see it more as a side grade because they have such a different sound execution. Okay, so that's the EBC there. The next one I'm going to show you now is the DUNU, okay? And I'm going to show you first with the white tips that are provided, what they measure like, and then with the SS tips, there's a little bit extra energy there and there. Honestly, I really didn't pick up on it. I'm going to leave it with the SS tips. It's got that tuck style bass, okay, as compared to the gliding sort of bass that you get on the EBC. And then in terms of details here, they actually are quite similar, mainly because you don't have as much mid bass, so it opens up this whole area here. And yes, you do have those planars there, those 4 microplanars doing their job and showing all the detail in. So again, technically it's a very, very capable IEM. I would say that it just isn't, or doesn't have in its timbre and its tonality, its number one technical aspect for me, just because you feel that it's perhaps just, although I don't disagree or I don't dislike it, it's just a little bit overemphasized, while on the EBC80 you don't get that sensation, okay? And the last one that I want to show you is the Tangzu, the Baije, with also again the Senkai tips, okay? And then with the Aslas. Again, I preferred it with the Aslas. I got a better sensation of soundstage with them as compared to the Senkai, and also the Senkai tips, the bass, although it graphs the same, I somehow got the feeling that the bass was just slightly ever so mellowed down. Again, and I'm going to leave it now here just with the Asla. As you can see, again, a tuck style bass, very much along the lines of what we have in the DUNU. Okay, let me just put here the DUNU quickly. So very similar. Obviously, there's a huge driver size difference, and so that kind of a little bit of leanness in the bass, in terms of the mid bass, sorry, of the DUNU, is mitigated in the Senkai because it's got a 14.2mm driver. So there's a lot more mid bass energy and slam than what you would think. They have a very similar style in terms of the overall tuning. It's more of a difference of energy, and what you'll notice is that the Baije is a warmer, more organic, more old school type of sound, while the DUNU has that more clinical sound. But in either case, very well done, very well executed. I mean, there's really no criticism that I can put. Let me just quickly put here again the EBC and compare the 3 of them so you guys can have an idea. Look, they all have their differences, okay? There's no clear winner here. There's just 3 different styles. Either you have that gliding bass, or then you have that tuck bass. Either you have a more recessed mid to upper mid, which is the case to the Baije and of the EBC80, or you have a slightly more forward on the DUNU, which you do notice that the female vocals are a little bit more forward, but nothing really dramatic. And then the rest is kind of very similar, just with different timbres and different tonalities. I think that the Baije, and I'm just going to leave now the Baije here for a second, has got a really nice timbre and tonality. I just like the way this whole area just comes across. Very nice, very, very nice. And I would say then a very close second is the EBC80, and then the DUNU in 3rd place. But mind you guys, this is really very, very small differences. The truth here is all 3 are good, all 3 are phenomenal. It's $4.99 for the DUNU, $4.99. It's $5.99 for the Baije, for the Tangzu, and it's $6.99 for the ISN. It's gonna be down to how much money you can want, or you can afford, or how much money are you willing to afford to spend, sorry, and which of the tunings you probably will like the most. In that, yes, between the EBC and the DUNU, you notice that there's more mid-bass slam on the EBC80, a little bit less mid-bass slam, and that there can be a deciding factor. Okay, and obviously there's a for 996 that there's a $20 price difference as well. While with the Fudu, the difference here is at least non-perceptible. If anything, I find, like I said earlier, the bass on the Baije, on the Tangzu, is a little bit extra fuller, a little bit more involving. It kind of reverberates more. Okay, and that's that, guys. I hope I was able to shed some light on these really phenomenal IEMs, these three really amazing IEMs, honestly. That have joined my group of IEMs that I have as my preference. Of course, when we are talking this kind of value, it's, you know, this is it's not pocket money. It is money. It is serious money. So as I usually say, think carefully. Don't, you know, if you have the opportunity and if you have the chance, or if you're lucky enough to live in a part of the world that allows you to be able to try these IEMs out, I would recommend you try them out. Have a good listen to them. See what they're all about before making a decision. You know. And that's it. As always, like and subscribe. Any questions, please. And if you want to give me a Christmas present, you know, please just share my site. Honestly, guys, that's the biggest gift you guys can all give me, is you enjoy my content. You let me know that you enjoy my content. I'm in the process of trying to change the way that I show the graphs because of a positive criticism that I received from somebody. I just have some issue here on the PC that doesn't allow for the screen recording. There's some error occurring, which I will try and resolve this week, so that the next ones will start being more quality and more distinctive in the way that I show that. So you know, the biggest gift, as I was saying, is you guys like my content. You guys tell me that you like my content and that you guys subscribe. You know, my biggest satisfaction would be to see my channel grow. And I don't want to, you know, blow smoke up my ass, but I think I deserve it. Rather, let me rephrase it. I think I deserve it. No, I know I deserve it, because I am a relatively small reviewer compared to some of the big names, and I do the same work as they do, or even more work than they do. Okay, that's the truth. I do the same, if not more work than them, and I still got my own job, well, 2 jobs, and you know, guys, come on, give a man a chance. You know, like and subscribe. Let's make this channel grow once and for all. That's all I want, is to see 30, 40, 50, 60,000 subscribers. I deserve it. I deserve it. That's what I deserve. Okay, guys, take care. Have a good one.